backyard business. I know how you're supposed to have the greeting, but it's backyard business. What I love about it, it started in my backyard, but now we're like moving around the universe. And right now we're in Ward's Oriental Carpets background. And I'll talk about that in another episode. But it's an amazing place and a beautiful place on this river. And I'm loving every minute. But I'm with someone that I love. I love being around, full of energy, full of knowledge. Jeffrey Bullock, you're the AI guy. And what I love about this is that you're trying to, in a sense, wake up the universe that it is here at a rapid pace. It is coming, and let me help you.
Yes, absolutely. So thank you. I appreciate that, Tony. Appreciate being here. Yeah, so AI is here. It's not going anywhere. You guys, if you turn on the TV, you see somebody talking about it. You cannot get away from it. Radio, no matter what. And a lot of times it's like overwhelming for people. Like it's like too much. Yeah. But it's not going anywhere for sure. For sure.
Well, thanks to you, and I would say to anybody, if you can connect with Jeff, you need this. So you came to the chamber staff, and what I loved about it was that you woke us up, and you showed us what we can do. I said to you at one point, I said, I'm learning how. You taught me how I can get the directions, how I can know the speed limit, but I don't know how to start the car. And then you help me start the car. So now. It's kind of under just do it.
Yeah. So what we do, PRISM AI Consultants, is we help bridge the gap between AI tools and practical use case. So with that, there was a great example that you said, like let's start the car, right? So just take these tools and just talk to them. So that's like the one thing. Just you don't gotta type, just talk and say what you want to do, what you need, and then that's where you start. We don't start from scratch anymore. Now we kind of start from the middle.
I love that you're a big proponent from talk. So that helps me because I do all my stuff talking for the most part. Now I send text talking and I send some crazy text. So I learned that I got to work a little bit maybe in proofing. But anyway, when I talk to it, which is so great, and even to the great detail that you taught me. So, but I think more importantly, I think this is where we're headed. And what I love too, when we had the staff, we had a lot of questions for you. But I asked you, and we'll get back to what you do in the specific, but I asked you, what concerns you about it? And when you told the staff what concerns you, well, I could see, and we're with me today, I could see they were paying attention, but that went like tenfold. That got their attention because with the good comes some...
Everything. There is two sides to every story. There are pros and cons to everything. This technology is transformational, and it's going to do a lot of good in the world, but it's also going to do bad. It's not maybe it could possibly do bad. No. It's going to do bad too. Because it's a tool and the user, how they want to use it can be for great good or can be for great bad. So the warnings that I said at that meeting, and I like to scream from the rooftops because the scams are going to be at an all-time high. And we're talking about specifically like ChatGPT, right? We talk about AI, there's lots of different AIs, but let's just use ChatGPT because most people know of what that is. So what it's like you have a team of experts and every one of the experts graduated from college in every subject. So if you have that in your pocket at all times, what you do for free, every person, it's great, good that can be done. But like we said, great, bad can be done too. So if the scammers are saying, hey, I want to scam at a higher level, then you're able to get that. No more Nigerian princess emails, okay? It's not obvious no more. So that's why I like to make sure I'm warning people, like, you got to be careful and educate yourself on how to use this technology or get education on how to use it so that you can combat the bad that's going to be. Because the bad actors are not scared of AI.
That's what I love about your approach and love what you do. Some people who's selling the product, if you will, that you're selling, the concept could say, all good. And it is a lot of good. But you're saying, hey, with the good comes some bad. Be ready for that.
Get ready for it.
Be what? Diligent, would you say? Be mindful?
Yeah, be mindful, be prepared, be educated. Yeah. All right? Like, it's like you can only control what you can control, right? But be educated as to like what this is. If you don't even know that the technology exists, then when it hits you, you'll be taken off guard. And so like when we say, well, what do you mean what technology is? Well, did you know that, for example, and I don't want this to be like a fear thing, but I do want to be clear to wake people up. Let's just give a scenario. It only takes 3 seconds for me to clone someone's voice. So let's look, let's say you're at Starbucks. So I stand behind you at Starbucks and I just have my iPhone out and I'll have just a voice memo. Very simple. Everybody know how to use voice memo. You're talking to whoever on the phone. You don't even see me, don't know me. I got my 30 seconds of your voice, even though I only need 3. You get your cappuccino, frappuccino, whatever.
Yeah.
Then you go out into your car. I take a picture of your license plate. You get in your car, you drive away. I put it inside the AI, and then now I can clone your voice, find out who you are, where you live, what you do, call your loved ones and the people that you know and say, hey, I'm Tony. I need this thing right now. I'll get back with you quick. You know, I'm super busy. Just do this thing right now. And maybe one person might not do it, but if I do that to 50 people, it's a numbers game. Everything now is a numbers game. Somebody gonna get got. So scams, that's why I say scams are all-time high. But with that being said, if you know how to use it, so just hang up the phone if that happens. So if that happens to you, like, I'm not sure, the answer to that is just hang up the phone, call the person back.
Right.
So I want to give a solution to that. But on a positive note, the things that you can do with this technology, transformational. Like, it's a real possibility that diseases that we never thought we could be able to cure, we'll be able to cure. And that's why we keep on developing, because if it wasn't for the immense good, then they would stop. But there is no stopping. So if anybody thinks like, oh, maybe they'll kind of pause or anything, that's not happening. So it's time to learn about how to use it.
It's unbelievable. I want to make sure in the time to have, I want to talk about you, because I always say for backyard business, I tell the staff, give me characters, and you're a character. I love your high energy, always dress, you always look amazing.
Thank you as well.
And you were a pharmacist at one time.
I am a pharmacist still.
I love your story, and you, what I would say, crawled, whatever you want to say, to the top. And I really respect that. I respect you as a person, your personality, your energy. Just tell us your story.
So I'm a pharmacist by trade. So when you see
you grew up extremely wealthy,
so
you inherited everything.
Okay, we go all the way back. All right, born in Philly. So I was born in Philadelphia. My parents were still in college, so my grandma watched me a lot, and they was trying to figure out, but they were able to finish. Family help.
To church.
Going to church, like all that stuff in the morning times, catching the bus, going to church early. My grandma used to go to early service, so it's like on the weekends, summer vacation, 6 o'clock in the morning.
Did you think as a little kid, oh, really?
Yeah. It's like, why can't we go to 11 o'clock service? But anyway, so then I moved to Jersey. Then we moved to Columbus, Ohio. I graduated high school there. Then I got my pharmacy degree in New Orleans, Xavier University.
Wow, cool school.
Yep. And that's where I met my wife. She's from Allentown, so spoiler alert. Then we moved to Dallas for 13 years, and that's where my professional career at CVS. I started as a clerk, and then I was a tech, intern, pharmacy manager, pharmacy supervisor, district manager, pharmacist trainer, lots of different positions with them. Then 2020, COVID hits. We move out here. We have a little girl. She's 6 at the time. Now she's 11. And all my wife's family is still here from here. And I got into, the COVID was a lot for me. It was a lot for everybody.
We the same way. Right? People.
Yeah, it was tough. It was very, very tough.
I'm with you.
So in 2021, after 18 years with CVS, I stopped. I left, and I became a full-time entrepreneur. But my first venture wasn't AI. It was trucks. So I bought two 18 wheelers.
Trucks for you.
Yeah,
I'm kidding. I don't a trucking guy. But
Well, I guess the industry said that too, because everything don't work.
That was short-lived.
It was short-lived. But I learned a lot of lessons. And lost a lot of money. So I was like, okay, I know what not to do. I started consulting for mom and pop pharmacies, and then started consulting for some trucking companies. And then in November 22, ChatGPT comes out, and it's helpful. It's good with emails and stuff, but in March of that year, 23, is when aliens land. That's when GPT-4, they upgrade it. And then I create PRISM AI Consultants in March. I'm sorry, in June of 23, and we've been training people ever since. Wow. So that's my story. And I would say the commonality, or the thing that kind of links all the stuff, is helping people. Like at CVS, it was like helping people on their path to better health. And I believed in that mission. If you cut me, I bled CVS red. Like, I really believe, because we were helping people on their path to better health. And when I transitioned out of that, I was like, I still want to help people on that high level. And doing this AI, I can't think of a better way, because we are woefully behind. Really, for what we can do, this, like, and what it can do, it's like, I can't speak to enough people. So like you said, trying to wake up the world. Let's use this technology. And let's make sure that we have our resources work for us so we can get our goals.
You have a ton of energy, and again, you like people. I love being around you. You're the same all the time. And but how do you, for people out there that want that energy, how do you, when you have you're human. You have to have days down days. What do you do? What's your base? What gets you back, lifts you back up?
So purpose. So like I believe in what I'm doing. I have a few companies, right? So PRISM is the number one, but I have some other ones too. But all of the companies that I have, it's around helping people. So yeah.
I'm not kidding. I sound nice, but you want to be wealthy too? I mean,
oh no. So you cannot, like the level of impact that I'm trying to have, I have to be crazy wealthy, because if you are crazy wealthy, then you can give away crazy wealth, right? So it's like you can have impact while making profit, right? And that is what, and when you say that, so whatever your business is, like you can't help people unless you work. You cannot help people if you're not making a profit, unless you're a nonprofit, like working for free. So you got to find a way to do both, and using AI, it will help you with that too. So that's kind of for me, because I have bad days and good days too, like bad days. But when I think about the purpose and like what I'm trying to do and the mission that I'm trying to help people with their goals with AI, because people really are changing lives, transforming things that used to take years, take like days, or things that used to take weeks, take seconds and minutes. Right? It really is a change.
I did, because of you, I did a letter to someone. You know, I do a column for the Morning Call. That I don't touch, because I feel like I want that to be very genuine.
Yep, understood. Yep.
I
absolutely
feel like I can't do that. But I did a letter to someone, high executive, and I thought, I want this to be really good. And I did the chat, so I sent it, and it did its thing. And I took pieces. I didn't do it all, but it took me, because the easy breezy me, like we're talking, is good. When I get in that more formal setting, I need some help. Based on, my education is not the top of the tier. So it did help me. And I thought, okay, I get this. But again, that was thanks to you sort of pushing me. What happens, I think, when you talk to someone, originally, oh yeah, that sounds interesting. Then we go about our business.
Go about your daily life.
Again, back to you gotta jump in, and you. I think you can literally. This is probably not a stretch. You can literally save companies from themselves.
Yes, yes. So and I'll kind of just change the language a little bit, because really they saving themselves, right? So it's just, once you have education and knowledge on a thing, then you can change. Now you can change. Now you can change behavior, and you can change outcome. It's any education. So this is a tool to use, but people just don't know how to use it. It's not Google. It's not a search engine. And because it's better to think of it like alien intelligence, because if it was called that instead of artificial intelligence, more people would actually probably actively seek that.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Seek it, because it's so alien.
Yeah.
So that's why I like to say AI is alien intelligence.
This is a crazy question. Who is AI?
Okay, what is it?
Who knows when I say, can you do this? And it tells me all this stuff.
Yes.
Who is the person feeding that information?
Absolutely. Who's on the back? Where's the wizard right behind this thing?
Yeah.
So we'll start with ChatGPT. So what it is a large language model, and essentially it's like a program that has all of the internet already pre-trained in it. That's what the P in GPT, it stands for, generative pre-trained transformer. So it's like it already has it, and then when you prompt it, prompting is you speaking to it, and you should be speaking to it like we talked about earlier. Instead of typing, just talk regular. Just to be regular. So people who struggle with typing, like, man, I'm so old, I can't do it.
When you're speaking to it, be specific. Ask 3 things. That
what you want. And be yourself. Come to yourself there. So if you do slang and talk that way, talk to it that way. If you're super proper and talk to it that way. Do not change how you are for it, because you want to get into a flow state to really reach your goal. The most important thing you can do is tell it what the goal is. So when you going back to your question of like, what is this behind it? So it generates a new response based off of what you say, the prompt, and it's pre-training. And the T part is transformer. It pays attention to what's likely to be the next word. So it's like a really fancy word predictor, but it does it so well, it's AI. So that is like how it works technically behind the scenes.
So in a little bit of time, first of all, I want to ask you one question and let you close out. You're here in the valley. What do you think? I mean, what do you think that your engagement with the chamber in the valley?
Yes. I was telling Ellie before.
Ellie and Bailey.
Yep, Ellie and Bailey before.
Right there.
So my personal experience with chamber has been amazing. It's been great.
Except with me. I think
no, it's been amazing. And then when they asked me, like, well, how did you join it? I was like, well, I asked ChatGPT, how do I reach my goal? They said, join the chamber. Join the chamber is what it said. It's the fact. So it said, join the chamber. Why? Relationships. Like, relationships matter. In the Lehigh Valley, it's like 10x more relationships. Like this is a relationship type environment.
Yeah, you're a good relationship.
Yeah,
person.
and so it's been extremely helpful. There's always events that you can go to. So yeah, but I will also say it's like what you get out of something, what you put into it. Like I'm out here working. Like I'm out here networking.
Then I promise you're going to close out. But rejection is part of your universe. Anybody that's
like you. Yes,
but you're pretty good with that.
I don't take so just me personally. I try to follow. I follow the 4 agreements. Right. I don't know if you're familiar with the 4 agreements.
No, but give them to me.
Okay, well I'll give them to you. It's agreement number 1 is and this is by ancient wisdom Toltec by Miguel Ruiz, and the first agreement is to be impeccable with your word. So I really do try my best to, if I say something, not only I try to do it, but put positivity out there because our word is so powerful. Number 2 is don't take things personally. So I try not to take things personally. That's where that rejection question. Like, hey, you might not be in a space where that's for you. It's okay. My role was to put it there, and maybe later.
I take everything personally.
No. Number 3 is don't make assumptions, right? Because like if you think about all the wars, all the conflict, all the strife, it's usually with an assumption, right? So let's be clear, and that goes back to that first one too, which is being impeccable with your word. And the last one is try your best. If you try your best in everything you do, every single day. Some days it's gonna be better than others, but you gave your all. At the end of that day, you can be like, "That's all it was." So there's no regrets. So that is the framework in which I live by, and I'm a Christian as well. So when you put those 2 things together, it's a joyful life. There's always struggle, but but struggle is how you get to happiness. That yin and yang.
Well, Jeffrey Bullock, I think God did a good job making you, and it's you're in a process. It's you're being remade every day, like all of us, and it's hard work. I don't know. You're so great. Where is it? That one.
Which one we're looking at? Okay.
Yeah. Why don't you just say some whatever?
Okay. So Prism. So what I'll say, PRISM AI Consultants. What we do is we help people reach their potential through the power of AI. We bridge the gap. At the end of the day, you gotta use this technology at least to learn what it is. So you can get on my website to learn more. www.prismaiconsultants.com. or Dr. Jeff Bullock on LinkedIn. That's the socials. I have a platform on school.com, SKOOL, PRISM AI Family, where we're training there. I got courses, lots of opportunities to learn, but you got to want to learn. So that's what I would say. All
right, backyard business. And we're in a beautiful backyard here at Ward's Oriental Carpet in downtown Allentown. This was transformed unbelievably, and it's so beautiful, and we got lots of good organizations down here also. So, all right, thanks for being with us, Jeffrey Bullock. Love you. Thanks for being with me.
Thank you.
And see y'all later.
Catch you next time.